Yeah.
Perhaps if you are a person who's tried to get into the habit of running over the past few years, you may well have given the Couch to 5K programme a go.
Simple idea, really. Over 9 weeks, Absolute Beginners help to build up a regular running routine. The NHS app has had more than 7 million users. Now there's an option to run further.
There are some people who can now call themselves runners because they've used the app.
I've never been a runner.
I just never enjoyed it. I've wanted to run for years, never had the guts.
Tried the Couch 5K and never looked back.
Couch 5K is easy.
It's free.
Anybody can do it.
You don't have to rush or you don't have to race. It's not competition.
You start off in tiny little chunks.
The coaches are always there.
You feel that somebody's alongside you.
You run, you walk, you're motivated. Before you know it, you're running for 15, 20 minutes at a time.
It's changed my life completely.
At my age, I feel as if I've achieved something.
I feel great.
The hardest step isn't going out and running. The hardest step is actually getting out the front door. Once you can do that, you're capable of anything.
Joining us now is Jo Whiley, who you can listen to on the app, and running coach Jane Dennison. Good morning to you both.
Hello, hi.
What do you need? Just pretend Jo's not here. Okay. What do you need when you're running and you need to be motivated?
You need
the kind of voice you need if you've chosen to use an app. The kind of voice, the kind of tone, the kind of how encouraging. How can they be encouraging without being annoying?
Being upbeat and happy, and the most important thing you need when you start getting into running is a smile. If you get out there and smile, then you're halfway there. It's really scary getting into running for the first time. It really is.
Do you know what? I do run, and I love running. But I think when I started running, I'd have liked someone to go, "This is rubbish. It feels really hard. Keep going. It's rubbish for everyone." Yeah. That would have motivated me more. Jo, do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I totally see what you mean. Yeah, no, I think that's the attitude I bring to the app, I think, because I don't consider myself a runner by any means. I mean, sports day, I just used to dread it. I was
horrible.
Terrible, absolutely terrible. So the fact that I can now run 5K is quite something in itself. So I think that's the kind of thing that I bring to the app. Just like, I'm just like you. I'm not a runner. I can't really do this. It's fine if you swear at me. That's the feedback I get is people just going, well, they swear. I won't.
Yeah, don't do that.
I won't do that now. But it's fine. You can do that because I understand how hard it is.
Yeah. You're an esteemed broadcaster with a lovely voice. So can you transport us into the moment where you're in our ears and we're starting to run? What do you say? Can you give us a little bit of the thing?
OK. Yeah, I would say you're doing very well. Just don't give up. Just if you need to slow it down, that's absolutely fine. Just take it at your own pace. You can do that. Just look around and enjoy the sights around you. You've got this. You have got this. OK, if you like to pick up the pace a little bit now and you just... Do you want me to stop now?
No,
this is so
good. No, it's good. It's not. I'm quite in the moment.
I'd found my place where I was running and I was with you. I liked it.
It's a reassuring...
I would prefer you swear.
Yeah, it's reassuring, yeah. It's just encouraging people to just keep on going, just not to give up.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you come at this and you are not a runner, you literally have sat on a couch and you've never actually done much sport. This is the app for you. It's free. It's the BBC Sport, an NHS initiative. So it's just a really, really wonderful thing. It's one of the best things I've done in my career. I genuinely think that. I get people... I was at a festival last year and these three guys were quite leery and they were shouting out and they were like, Jo, come on over. And I was like, oh, God, OK, Oasis fans or what is it? And they went, we've done the app, we've done the Couch to 5K. It's amazing. I've lost all this weight. It's changed my life. And I'm like, OK, my work here is done.
That, in many ways, that's more of an achievement. You've affected someone's physical health. I know music's for mental health as well, but physical health. Jane, how long have you run?
I got into running as an adult, so about 12 years.
And was the app around then?
It wasn't, no, it wasn't around then. I really wish it had been, because it was so hard.
The thing about starting is it feels quite solitary, doesn't it?
Yes.
So whether you're in a gym or whether you kind of go out, no one's there to motivate. It's really hard to kind of tie in with someone else because you think everyone's better than you.
Oh,
don't
absolutely.
You? You don't want to embarrass yourself.
And everyone else makes it look so easy as well. It is, it's really scary.
Speaking as, I think, amongst the four of us, the only non-runner...
OK. Have you run before?
I have run.
Then, therefore, you're a runner.
I have run, but I'm not someone who goes out for a run. I don't do that. And I can tell you, there's so many things that worry you about it.
Yeah.
What to wear.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else appears to be able to run effortlessly, even if they're going slowly. It's just all of it is kind of bit intimidating. It's a bit
It really
intimidating.
is. It's really scary. But that's what's great about Couch to 5K, because it's time-based, so you take it at your own pace. There's no pressure. You don't have to be winning races. It is just about plugging in your headphones and just getting out. And whether you are a marathon runner or a complete beginner, the first step out that door is always the hardest step.
Actually, it's the step before. It's getting your stuff on, getting your kit on, isn't it? And just saying, I'm going to do it. For me, anyway.
I think it's the step before that, the night before you know you're going to give it a try.
Oh my gosh,
and you're worrying about it.
You do worry about it, don't you? That
Yeah.
feeling of like, oh no, I've committed to it now. I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
But can we say
you do it, and then you feel better.
The best feeling is when you're done.
Yeah.
However long the run is, even if it's 100 metres, whatever, that feeling that you've actually done it is fantastic.
Yeah.
I also think that runners are kinder to other runners now, because there used to be a time where I think, like, so you'd be justified to be a bit worried about, do I look as if I'm running okay? No one cares. They just care about their own run.
It's a
and
really
getting
good
their own
community,
stuff done.
isn't it? Everyone's incredibly supportive.
Yeah,
They really are just, encouraging each other. So, Charlie, there is an app. It's called Couch to 5K. I'm willing to be that voice in your ear. I think you could do this. Why don't you give it a go?
Is there a variety? Like,
Yeah, there
I know
are.
you were saying, so can you choose like an angry type voice, or the very
You need
kind
one.
voice, or the, I don't know, are there, presumably there's a whole bunch of people you can choose.
Yeah,
Fair
there's a
enough.
whole range.
I mean,
Steve Cram is there. I mean, if you want an expert, go for Steve Cram.
That's
What's his approach? Do
intimidating.
we know? Is it, I mean, that's probably quite competitive, I'm guessing.
Competitive. I hope it's not competitive. I hope he's not saying run faster.
Do it.
I think he'll probably be encouraging as well, but he's got that authority. Denise Lewis is there as well.
No, they might be all about form as
Yeah,
well, and like
technique.
kind of like don't bang your feet on the ground. Or
Yeah,
something.
we do a lot about technique, and about...
Yeah.
I'd like to hear Sarah Millican, because I just think
She's great.
I think she would be
She's
so
fab.
sarcastic.
And you
Yeah,
don't need
funny.
to overcomplicate it with the technique, that type of thing. The hardest bit is just getting outside and getting it done. And you can repeat weeks on the app. That's what's quite nice about it as well. If you feel you haven't done a week properly, then you can just do it again, and that's fine.
We've done a Beyond 5K now, so it's an extension of that. So it's telling you, it is helping you with your technique. And it's
Joe,
just
do you
taking it
listen
further.
to music? I mean, music's your thing. So
Yeah.
what's your go-to bit of music in your ears when you're running, if
Well,
you do that?
I think Titanium, you can't beat Sia and Titanium. If you do any kind of sporting event, it's quite often it's the song that's blaring out as you get to the finisher line, and you're just like, yes! So that would be mine. Also, Killer's Mr. Brightside is a really good
song.
one.
Oh,
Queen,
great
Don't
song.
Stop Me Now is pretty good as
Bouncy
well.
songs.
Bounce, like those really powerful songs that get inside you and propel you, keep you going.
Because I know it's on a different level running, but when you see the sprinters in the Olympics, these days they're almost always listening to stuff, aren't they? And they say that music is the thing. Either it gets them out of the moment or into the moment, one way or the other.
For me, it's Take That.
Yeah, why not?
Which particular song?
It only takes a minute to fall in love with running. It only takes a minute, that's 60 seconds.
It's a good.
Yeah.
There's a good cadence though, isn't there?
Yeah, great
Good rhythm to
Manchester
it.
group. Yeah.
I've got everything.
Do you?
Thing
You
is-
listen to loads of music, yeah?
I have like a running thing that's about 8 hours long.
Yeah.
So you can always just rotate through it. It's
I like talking to people. I always like to have a buddy. I always like running with someone.
Yeah.
Because if I run on my own, then I'll just stop. I'm so bad. I'm just like, oh, I don't have to
I
run.
don't like running with people because I get competitive.
But that's a great...
That's not running with you.
That's a really good tip, because it's conversational pace. So
Yeah.
when
Yes.
you're a beginner, you need to be able to have a conversation so that you're actually jogging at 50% effort. And then that way, you're complete.
Will you run with Charlie because he's
Absolutely.
doing it?
Yeah,
great,
totally.
sorted. Okay.
I think
Honestly,
mission
talking about it
accomplished
makes
here.
me feel a bit. It just makes me feel a bit anxious. Thank you very much. We'll talk more about running a bit
Thank
later on
you.
as well. Thank you.
Pleasure.
We've been talking about getting into the habit of running, and it's not an easy thing to do. And for people who have found it difficult, there are 7 million of them who have given the Couch to 5K programme a go.
Yeah, it's helpful if you have a voice in your ears to help you along the way. Mike can explain because he's outside in the sunshine with some very enthusiastic runners. Mike, morning.
Yes, good morning. The sunshine helps, and so does having brilliant company like this to get you out the door. That's often the big problem, taking the first few steps. But all these wonderful people have. Some of the 7 million who've got into running through the Couch to 5K free NHS app since it started back in 2016. And it's no exaggeration to say it has been life-transforming for many of them. And we can speak to some of them now. Natasha, now you've got, on the face of it, a really heartbreaking story. You lost your teenage daughter, Jade, a few years ago.
Yeah.
And so sorry about that, but you've used running to help you cope with bereavement.
I have. When I got into running, it was really, really tough. I'd gone through losing my daughter, And when I went for the physical aspect, but what I took away was so much more. My mental health has been so much better since running with the club. Yeah, I recommend it all the time to everyone. Really helps with the mind. So
you're hoping to help other parents or people
really
coping with bereavement. In
yeah.
what ways does it help, do you think?
So just getting out and just being able to clear your mind, having that time as well to focus when you're grieving. You know, every run's different. Sometimes I go out and the distraction from my friends helps. But then sometimes just being in your own mind as well really helps clear your head and get the grieving out. So
thanks for inspiring others,
Thank
Natasha. Let's bring in here Mark. Now you helped, so you're using it to help you recover from mental health problems.
Yeah, I had a mini breakdown in 2019. So I was pushed to the couch of 5k by my wife, and never looked back. It's helped me sort my head out and get me back on.
What's the biggest worry then? What's the biggest barrier, do you think, for people starting out?
It's leaving the front door.
Yeah.
You think that it's coming out,
yeah.
Leaving the front door, and it's just such a massive thing to do, but it's not. Once you've got out the front door, you can capable of anything.
Well done, Mark, because I know you're doing ultramarathons as well. We don't all have to go that far, by the way. Just 5k's enough. Lisa, it's really helping you, isn't it, cope with chemotherapy? Tell us about your story.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with cancer in the pandemic, and one thing we all could do was get outside for an hour of exercise. So I just joined Mile Shy before, and I thought, well, I need to keep doing this. So it really helped with the effects of the treatment. But Mile Shy is more than just a running club. Just the inclusivity and the fun that these guys gave me every week kept me going. Could only do a 5k every week, but it was better than nothing. And at the weekend I ran the Manchester Marathon. So
wow,
yeah.
Huge congratulations, Lisa. And it's brilliant to hear about the physical benefits as well. Yeah. And it's never, Charlie, you're never too old to start, with all due respect. Here is Mike, 75 years young, and now you're helping to encourage others to get involved. People like Charlie.
Yeah, I'm trying to get people to think that it's not impossible, whatever age you are. Only a couple of years ago they did the couch to 5k, yeah. And it's helped me to lower my blood sugar. I'm a diabetic, and it's also helped me lose a little weight. So keep going.
Keep going. Indeed, Mike. That's fantastic. Well, as you mentioned at the beginning, Charlie, you can have someone's voice in your ear, inspiring you, keeping you going if you're on your own. And one of the voices is nonetheless one of the great broadcasters of our country, Joe Whiley. What's your own running story? And since doing this app in 2016, how's it helped you?
Oh my gosh, well, it's been one of the best things I've done in my life. It really has. Just hearing from all these people here, the extraordinary stories that they've got. You can be happier, you can be healthier. If people are listening now and they are thinking, well, I'm not a runner, I'm never going to do this. You absolutely can. Miracles do happen. Just download the app, and then you've got people like me and Sarah Millican and Steve Cram, and we can just be that. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a nice array, isn't it? Yeah. But you know, we can be that person, that friend, just to keep you company when you think, I really can't do this. I hate running. Actually, you can do this, and it will change. You know, it can transform lives. I get people coming up to me all the time. If I'm shopping, if I'm buying a bunch of bananas, someone will go, "You've really helped me. You changed my life." And if I'm at a festival, honestly, so many people day in, day out say that they've downloaded the Couch to 5k app and it's changed their lives. It's been amazing.
And you like all these people because you weren't a natural runner, were you?
No, God, no. No. You know, the sports day used to be a nightmare. Yeah. I'm not a natural runner, but I do run now.
So imagine I'm just setting off for my first Couch to 5k. What am I going to hear in my ear from Joe Whiley?
Right, so let's take it steady. Nice and slow.
We're going to go for a run in a moment.
Should we do this? Okay.
Yeah,
right, nice and slow. So let's just walk at a steady pace. Should we go in this direction?
Yeah, I think we're going to go for a run now to try and inspire you, Charlie, and so many others.
So just keep
come and join the 7 million. Yeah.
So we just keep repeating after me. I love running.
I love running.
And let's go. Let's just keep walking nice and peaceful.
Yeah, Jane, who runs the club, is going to lead our run. Off we go.
Okay.
And don't be worried about what you're wearing, as you can see from me this morning, Charlie. Let's go.
Doesn't matter what you look like, just keep on going. You can do this. You've got this. Just keep calm and keep a steady pace. Just don't stop whatever you're doing. Do you want me to just keep carrying on? Is this the way it goes?
Joe will carry on, and it's very reassuring.
They go. And Mike did win the award for the biggest shorts of the day, I think.
Good award.